Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back for a Love and Hip Hop New York review. Um, Season 6, Episode 5. The episode came early. Actually, I saw the episode yesterday, but I rewatched the episode and everything. I don't know when I'm going to actually put it up for you guys. Whenever some of the other reviewers put up their reviews or whatever, then I guess that's when I put mine up. So, between now and Monday, you guys will get this review. But anyway, so let's just get into it. We have a scene with Yandim and DC's at the park with their kids. Okay, boom. Um, Pretty much his court hearing. I mean his sentencing got postponed. Okay, cool. Um, then we get Yandy and Bianca. Bianca, she shows up an hour late to their studio session. Yandy is kind of over it. And she was like, what's going on? Why are you late? This, then, third. Bianca talking about I had to do my hair and my makeup. I was like, I'm like, you ain't doing nothing but doing a studio session. And Yandy was pretty much saying the same thing. Like, you do your hair and makeup to come to the studio. And like I said, I was like, Yandy, like, really? You get all dolled up just to come to the studio? Like, come on. Like, it's just gonna be you and Yandy. Ain't gonna be nobody else in there. But, you know, Bianca, she knows that this is the second bad impression that she left on Yandy, you know what I'm saying? And Yandy was like, how she was trying to give, Bianca a second chance and everything. Although the first instance, like we said, it wasn't her fault with the whole situation that happened between her and Mo. But Yandy, and she was like, she's trying to give her a second chance and everything, but she feel like Bianca taking her kindness for weakness. And Yandy saying she gave her a second chance because she believes in her or whatever, but she needs to check her attitude at the door. And she decides that she's going to send Bianca to etiquette class with no other than Tara Wallace. Her whole life needs etiquette. How the hell is she going to teach somebody? I mean, I guess I didn't think Tara was still going to be doing that whole etiquette thing, but I mean, I guess Tara is intelligent and she's very, she has a way with words and everything. But as far as her personal life, yeah, that needs a whole lot of etiquette, a whole lot of Ayana and Oprah and Dr. Phil maybe too. I'm just saying, but yeah. So um Bianca, she makes a little joke. She was like, "Well, we gonna be sipping tea and shit or whatever," and Yandy was like, "Not quite," and she was like, "That looks like a gang sign, whatever." And anyway, so Bianca agrees to it, and Yandy plays her the track or whatever. Okay. Um, Hold on, y'all. Okay, so we get Bianca and Cardi B. They're at a Zumba class or whatever, and they moving from side to side, and Cardi B, her crazy stuff like am, am, and Cardi was like, next time I'm be dancing, I need to dance. I need to be dancing for some money. I said, girl. But anyway, so Bianca tells Cardi about Yandy and everything, and how Yandy is her manager, and Yandy feels like she's a wild child and everything. And Cardi, she says, "Well, I know I'm a wild child. Like my manager, I be doing shit in front of my manager. My manager tells me that I got an accent." And she was like, "What accent? I ain't got an accent." I said, "Bitch, you know damn well you got an accent. All right, that shit. I don't think nobody. I haven't seen nobody on YouTube yet be able to really be able to do this shit. Cause like motherfuckers be trying that shit and they be like, hell no, nah, this shit don't sound right or whatever. I tried to get it down, but I can't do it. I cannot do her accent. Like, it's just, I don't even know how to explain it. But she was like that. Bianca, she was like that. See, Yandy should be glad to have an artist like me or whatever. I'm like a delicate flower, and Cardi is like a Venus flytrap or something like that. She had said about her, and Cardi decides that she's going to surprise her manager and take the class, with Bianca or whatever. And so next up we get, of course, Cardi, Bianca, and Tara at Tara's place or whatever. And by the way, Tara is back in her apartment and everything. And yeah, she's back in her apartment or whatever. And Cardi says, she says her and Bianca, they looking like twins because they both had the bang and the long hair going on. She was like, whatever. And Cardi, explains to Tara about how her manager says she has an accent, and she also tells Tara how she be wanting to pop off and everything, and you know how she kind of want to learn how to, what I'm saying, not pop off in every situation pretty much. And Tara tells, and Bianca's pretty much like the same thing. She don't want to, be continue to slice bitches up and shit. So Tara says, okay, well, if you guys are, put in a situation that you don't want to be in, you might just want to, pretend to sip some tea or whatever. So she teaches them how to, sip the tea and everything, and they, goofing off or whatever. And Tara can tell that she's gonna have a lot of work cut out for her dealing with them. Um, Tara tells Cardi about her cleavage, like it might be okay for like an event or something, but at a business meeting that might not be okay. Cardi is like, well, see, Tara, I don't like my teeth because they crooked, so I like them to look at my breasts. And Tara, she is just having the time of her life with these two. She is cracking up at them, and she does tongue exercises with them, and then Cardi, tells Tara that her man is incarcerated, so she hasn't exercised her tongue in a while. And they, so Tara's doing the tongue exercises with them. Cardi tells her to open up her mouth or whatever, and you will open it up wider. Tara does it, and then Bianca look, she was like, well, at least she ain't got no cavities. I said, these two heifers. Oh my God, they are they are ridiculous. All right, they are really ridiculous. And what else? I'm trying to think of what else happened. Um, Something else happened or whatever. It wasn't that really important between them or whatever. But something else I know I wanted to talk about dealing with Tara. Um, I'm getting my notes all mixed up. Okay, yeah, here we go. So moving backtracking a little bit to Peter and Tara. You know, Peter, he felt the need to go to the studio to clear his head. He feels bad about, what took place or whatever. I'm just like, you don't feel bad about a goddamn thing. And he says Amina and Tara been blowing up his phone and all this other stuff, and he hasn't been responding to them because he can't deal right now. Tara ends up finding him in the studio, and Tara saying he moved her under false pretenses of him and Amina being separated. I'm like, bitch, how the fuck is they separated, living in the same fucking house, same apartment? Please explain this to me, cause I don't understand. Anyways, cause they not about to kill me this season, y'all. They really ain't. But anyways, Peter saying that, yeah, but Tara saying that, he leaving her and Amina to pick up the pieces of everything and all this other stuff, and Peter saying how he feels embarrassed. I'm like, you feel embarrassed? You feel embarrassed? Okay, I guess. She talks about how convenient it is that Amina got pregnant, and I'm just like, why do you use these convenient? Like, that's his fucking wife, okay, Tara. Like, I just this scene kind of just irritated me, and um, she sits up here and says, how long. She sits up here and says, you would think you would be like, how long am I going to take the mother of my children through through this shit or whatever, something like that. She said, and it's like, bitch, you taking your own self through this shit because you keep on dealing with the bullshit. So you take it. Peter ain't doing the motherfucking thing. Well, I mean, he is. Y'all know, but I'm saying she taking her own self through it because she keep on putting up with the foolishness. And um, she talks about they start going back and forth about something, and he was like, just admit it because we both love each other and all this other stuff. And she says, yes, I do love you and everything, but I don't give a fuck about your love at this point, and how she's done and all this stuff, and claims that she's moving back to Queens and all this other bullshit. And Tara was, she pretty much walks out, and she was like, the fact that Peter's not fighting me on this just confirms anything. Why would you want him to fight you on this? Why would you, like, child? Anyways, moving on. Um, okay, Amina and Peter's daughter, they have a sit down, and Amina, um, her sister went back to Germany. She ain't really got no friend. I'm like, damn, she been on this show for 3 seasons. She still ain't got no fucking friends. I mean, she got to resort to reaching out to Peter's daughter. I mean, I'm just saying, but she talks to well, she says that she can count on and Peter's daughter's name is Whitney, by the way. So she says she could count on Whitney or whatever. She doesn't keep in touch with her maybe like she should, but she knows she can count on her. And so she tells Whitney about the whole situation with Tara, and Amina asks if Whitney knew, and Whitney was like, yeah, or whatever, that's my dad. And Amina was like, oh, so you knew? And then she was like, yeah, not because he told me anything, but because I know my dad. Like, she knows her dad, you know what I'm saying? And she explains how he always sits up here and tells her he doesn't want her to date a dude like him. Pretty much the same thing Rich told his daughter. But, but it's like, yet you sitting up here treating, like she says her dad has a good heart, but when it comes to females, he does not have that aspect down. Like, the way he treats her mom and how he treats other females. It's like, how do you want me not to run into a dude like you when you're not showing me what kind of dudes I should be running into? I said, fucking exactly. And I'm glad that his daughter is not co-signing to his bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of times people, just because that's their family or whatever, they'll co-sign to their bullshit or whatever, but it's like, no, they're fucking wrong. Like, I'll let it be known. Like, I mean, that's not gonna stop a motherfucker from doing what the fuck they want to do, but at least you could sit up here and be like, at least you could say that you didn't co-sign to the bullshit, that you're not like one of their fucking yes men, you know what I'm saying? But Amina tells her about the pregnancy, and she and it's been confirmed she aborted the baby, because she told Whitney or whatever. Whitney is shot, and at this point, Amina is just like focusing on her and Corey, and Whitney, she understands, she gets it, they hug or whatever, tell each other they love each other. Moving on from that, we get the continuation of what happened last week, where Mo and Mariah had got into it. Lexi, she's over Mo at this point. Like, you're fighting over Cisco. Like, this nigga couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, be here on time for you for your performance. And of course y'all know Rashida Ali, she over it. Mariah and Cisco, they talking about her, and Mariah's like, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't throw no drink out of my hand. Like, I don't even drink like that, but you know what I'm saying? She shades Mo about her side ponytail, and Cisco claims he don't like chicks fighting over him. Okay. All right. He claims he don't like chicks fighting over him, and Mo showed him another side of her or whatever. And Mariah was like, "Can you like tell that bitch bye? Like tell her bye." And then he was like, "Well, who am I saying hi to?" or some shit like that. He said, and she was like, "Me." And she starts kissing him or whatever. And she was like, I took her man and all this other. I'm leaving with her man and all this stuff. But it's like, really? You're proud to say that you took Cisco from somebody? Chad, I mean, I guess. I mean, whatever. I, I just, really, um, okay. We also, but I can't really go in on Mariah this episode because she had, we see her with her mom and everything. Um, Mariah has to bail her mother out of jail. Mariah has expressed before that her mom has an addiction. She has to bail her mom out because her mom was shoplifting. And Mariah is pissed about it. Um, she says she can't be her mom's mother anymore. Mariah, she's going off on her mother and telling her she's about to wash her fucking hands with her. And she had to cancel her session. And her mom is ready to fire back at her. She's saying that she's been feeling stressed and lonely. And, she was like that there's more or whatever. And she was like, what more can there be? How worse can it get? Like, put the cherry on the motherfucking top or whatever. Something like that she said. And Mariah's mom tells her that she's pregnant, and Mariah is pissed off, and she's like, "You already have two kids." And Mariah feels like she's going to have to take on the responsibility, and her mom says, "No, you're not. It's my responsibility." And she says that she's heard this all before from her mother. Mariah, she was like she had to use her rent money to bail her mom out and all this other stuff. Moving on from that, Mariah and her mom, they go to court. Um, she's scared. Honestly, Mariah, she calmed down, I guess, from the other day or whatever, and she doesn't want her mom to give birth behind bars. And they come out, and her mom, she says her mom's going to take the plea deal or whatever, will plead guilty. I mean, and the judge showed mercy on her mom, and decided to postpone her sentencing, you know, a year from now or whatever. And Mariah, she gets emotional, and she tells her mom there's no amount of, like, her mom's about ready to, plead guilty so she can get her Mariah's money back for her or whatever. And she was like, there's no amount of money in the world that, will make me hate you or something like that, she was saying. And she loves her, even though they, get into their arguments and everything. She would never want, anything bad to happen to her. And she tells her mom she got her and everything, and they hug or whatever. Okay. And the last thing is Lexi and Mo. So hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, I think I'm done with this paper. Okay, so Lexi, she meets up with Trench from Naughty by Nature, and he's been a mentor and a friend to the both of them. Well, Penny Proud, I should say. He's been a mentor and a friend to her and Dejanay, and and Penny Proud basically explains to Tretch, the situation, and she's saying how they're losing love for each other because of Mo's selfishness, and Tretch tells her, like, y'all gotta negotiate, and that y'all gotta sit down and talk or whatever. because if Penny, I mean, if Dejanay don't get it together, she's going to pretty much he was saying she's going to be the downfall of their group. You know what I'm saying? Like, clubs are not going to want them in they shit or whatever, because they're going to be like, oh nah, like they going to cause a problem. And so he suggested she talks to DB, which is Dejanay's daddy. So Penny Proud decides that that's exactly what she's going to do. So Penny Proud goes over to Mo's house to talk to her daddy, DB. And she was like, first of all, I want to thank you for accepting me into your family and considering me to be a daughter and everything you've done for the group. But your daughter is fucked up. She ain't say all that, but that's what the fuck she wanted to say. But she's basically expressing herself to him about Mo, and she starts to, because remember he was there at the event that they had, and she started to explain to him. I don't know if you seen the situation that went down, and as she starts explaining it, Mo, her mother, and her sister, they walk in and they're looking confused or whatever because Mo considers, well, Dejanay considers Penny Proud to be like a sister to her and everything, but they never have like well, she was like, Penny Proud doesn't she never really shows up unannounced or whatever, especially having a conversation with her father. And so Penny Proud, she explains she explains her position to Mo and everything. Well, Dejanay feeling some type of way because it's like y'all having a conversation about her. Why, she's saying to Penny Proud, why didn't you come to me and talk to me? Like, you're talking to, like, how I wanted my father to know about our personal business and everything. And, Lexi's like, you're making the conversation all about you and all this other stuff. And, she was like, and Dejanay, she was like, yes, because the conversation is about me or whatever. And DB explains Penny Proud's position. He's trying to explain Penny Proud's position to Dejanay. Dejanay is upset because her daddy is taking Lexi's side or whatever. Dejanay mama is saying that you're causing controversy between them, and it's like, child, it's been controversy between them, so I don't think it's nothing more that the daddy can do that's going to make shit any worse than what the fuck is already been. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they all going back and forth, whatever. Lexi, she's over it. She like, you know what, I'm out or whatever. And she was like, I'm solo. And then Dejanay, she was like, okay or whatever. And Penny Proud was like, Rob was right or whatever and all this other stuff. And Dejanay talking about how she ain't never need nobody. I said, I mean, ain't near one of y'all going anywhere far. So, I mean, whatever. But it's just like, I understand that Dejanay might have felt like that Penny Proud should have came to her personally about her position and everything. But at the same time, it's like, you see the way you act though. Like Penny Proud might have felt like that, she needed to go to your fucking daddy because your daddy knows you just as well as she does. I mean, her daddy, made her. Your daddy made you. You know what I'm saying? So Penny Proud probably felt like, okay, well, let me go to somebody who knows her just as well as I know her and everything. And I mean, now maybe Dejanay's daddy shouldn't just have been so like, all on Penny Proud's side right then and there, like in Dejanay's face. Maybe Dejanay's dad, maybe DB should have took Dejanay to the side and told her, like, look, Dejanay, like, you do too much. You do be on 10 all the time. Maybe he should have just had a conversation with just them later on instead of, like, you know what I'm saying, just taking Lexi's side right where everybody You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I mean, he telling you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like her daddy was wrong, but at the same time, I could see how Dejanay would feel some type of way because that is her dad. But at the same time, it's like right is right and wrong is wrong. Just because he your daddy, that don't mean he should just take your side just because you're his child. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this episode, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you share this video. And like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.